the Bible in his hand. Imagine this situation. A young man gets into a bad car crash and his car flips 3 times, but he ends up walking out of it without a scratch. Also, before getting out of the car, he grabs his pocket Bible. The paramedics come and check him out. He seems fine. Then next he talks to the police officer, and the police officer asks him some basic questions. The police officer then takes him to the hospital to have him further checked out, x-rays, drug tests, brain scan, etc. They see an issue with his lung, but a backstory behind this is that this issue with his lung is not serious, but it is something that comes and goes. So he knows that he is fine and he would like to leave. So they have him sitting in the room in his boxers, and all the doctors are talking, trying to figure out what to do with him. They're talking for hours, and then they come and talk to him. They keep talking and coming back, saying he's very injured and that he needs a surgery, but he keeps refusing and saying he wants to go home. This happens over and over, and eventually they come and say his injuries include this. All of his ribs are cracked, his toes are smashed, he has a skull fracture, and his brain is sticking out, and both his lungs are popped, along with a list of other serious injuries. And he says, "What? No way, I'm fine, look." And he starts doing jumping jacks and running in place. They were not letting him leave. They then brought the boy's parents in, and they are convincing them that the boy needs emergency surgery, but he is refusing. So then the mom sees the boy and he is begging her to tell them to give him his clothes and they can go home. She wants to and goes out to tell them to let the boy come home, but in all the miscommunication because of the nurses and doctors and stress, the boy doesn't think she believes him. He thinks that she believes the doctors and that he needs a surgery to fix his fractured skull, his broken bones, and popped lungs. But actually the surgery was to do all of these things. Because the boy was in a serious accident but came out without a scratch, the hospital was afraid and didn't believe it. They thought it would make more sense if he came in with all these injuries. So they were going to do all of these injuries to him for the hospital's reputation. The boy was holding his pocket Bible in his hand and said to them, "The Lord will deliver me from your hands." So then the boy thought his mom doesn't believe him. And then he sees his dad coming and he sees his dad signing papers. Also, there's a security guard outside of his door. The boy realizes that his dad is signing papers to take away his rights, saying he's not fit to make his own decisions. So he is standing here in his boxers realizing that once his dad signs this paper, they would come in and grab him and force him to do this surgery, bone breaking and lung popping, etc. So there's only one thing he can do. With his boxers and his pocket Bible in hand, now it's time. Bam! He busts open his door, security guard grabs him. He pushes the security guard. There's like 5 guys in the hallway. He's dodging them, and his football training comes in handy. He's swatting their hand, and he's going around them. There's a sliding automatic door, and he busts into that door, and it breaks. And he busts into the next one, and it breaks. And he's outside. Right when he gets outside, the security guard grabs him, and he's desperately trying for his life to slip out of his grasp. And then he does, and he's running. The security guard is angry, like, "Oh, what the?" And then he's running. All he has is his boxers and his Bible in his hand. So this boy has nothing. In his mind, his mother and father just betrayed him to death. He has no home, he has no job, he has no money, he has no wallet, he has no phone. He has his boxers and his Bible in his hand. He's running naked down the street and he's praying to God. "God, please, I don't want to knock on someone's door. Please just send a car to pick me up. Please help me, please save me." He's just running, out of breath, it's hurting, it's cold out. He just ran for his life as fast as he could. He's running with the fear that if the police catch him and see him, they're going to capture him, they're going to bring him back to that place, and they're going to do that awful, painful surgery to him. So this is his mindset when he's running. He has nothing except for his Bible in his hand, and he's running for his life. What happens next? Comment your answer below. Subscribe, stay tuned, and God bless.